Well, if you're planning on traveling to Canada anytime soon, you might want to just rethink even going. I guess unless you absolutely have to, because new requirements will require you to have to show proof of a negative corona test or be placed in a government quarantine camp. Doesn't that sound fun? We're going to get into all the details, guys. Really quick, though, let me put a shout out here to Mrs. Carson Drew, who recently signed up on Patreon, helping to support the channel here. Thank you so much, my friend. That is a great blessing. And guys, you watching me right now, if you would like to help support what I do, I recommend you go sign up on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Patreon.com/conservative truth. That link in the description right now gets you access to all the bonus content. Soon could be all the content. The way things are going right now with YouTube, they're giving me all kinds of warnings. So who knows how much longer I'm going to be here. If you want to not only help support what I do, but also make sure you keep getting my content if I were happen to disappear, then I recommend you sign up there on Patreon. Please also like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and wear the glasses because I'm blind. Now, this new rule has gone into effect as of today, the time I'm doing this, January 7th, 2021. Canada, anybody traveling to Canada from whatever country, you will be required to have to show proof of a negative corona test. Now, this is going to have to be one of those PCR tests. Now, why they're saying it's got to be this specific test, I don't know. I mean, maybe they can flood the numbers more with it. Who knows? But that's the test that you will have to be required to show at least 72 hours prior to your flight leaving your country to go to Canada. Now, for those countries where the PCR tests are not available, and they're not available in all countries, people would still be allowed to board the plane. However, once they arrive there in Canada, they would immediately be taken to one of these government quarantine camps where they would be kept there for 14 days. That's right. Now, these quarantine camps first started showing up last year. I mean, and they really started spreading around the country. And many believe, I mean, including myself, they're not going to just use this for corona, ladies and gentlemen. They're planning on using these little camps for far more devious things. We know this. I mean, they're going to, who knows? They're going to be able to hold Christians there if they want to. We know that the rules in Canada right now, what you can and can't do in that country, was already bad before Corona started. And let's just face it, Canada has been extremely hostile when it comes to Christians. And we know this for a fact. People getting kicked off of social media there. You can't say certain things. It's bad. And so with these camps that were forming there last year, and they're still expanding them even now, that is what I worry is going to be happening in the future of what they're going to be using them for. Now, like I mentioned here, those who are not able to get the PCR test 72 hours before they leave their country, they'll be taken to one of these quarantine camps up to 2 weeks. Now, even if you're going into Canada, even if you test negative, you show, proof of your negative test or whatever, you will still be required to quarantine for 14 days. Now, you won't have to go to one of these camps, but you will have to provide everybody there at border control. This will have to be in either a written or a virtual statement of some kind, letting them know of what your quarantine plan is going to be, your isolation period for the 2 weeks that you will be required to do so as well. So, like I said here, I mean, what's the real, what's the incentive to go to Canada? If you show a negative test, you're still going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks. You're just not going to have to go to one of these camps. So that's the only plus, I guess, or the only positive, if you even want to call it that. But airlines are not happy about this because they feel that this was just really sprung on them here last minute. I mean, Canada was only putting this together here just not even a couple of weeks ago. And the airlines don't feel that it's their responsibility to have to be kind of policing these people and, deciding who or who can't get onto the flight. I understand that. That's a real pain. I mean, the measures, like I said, in Canada right now are so strict as it is that anybody coming into this country, no matter what country you're coming in from, you're going to have to abide by these rules. So like I said, unless you have a real strong reason to get to Canada for some reason, you might want to rethink things. Now, it's going to be really interesting once they start mandating the vaccine in order to be able to travel. Are they still going to make you quarantine for 14 weeks, even with the vaccine? I think they will. Why wouldn't they? They're just going to say, oh, well, it's just more protection because not everybody has had the vaccine yet, so you're still going to have to quarantine. So everybody that thinks that vaccine is going to somehow get you back to normal again, I would think again, because that's not going to be the case at all. These people have found something that they can use to try to help kickstart the New World Order, and I think that's exactly what we are seeing take place here. What do you guys think there about the new rule here for Canada for travel? You can let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll put some more information for you here in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.